Hello, this is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel. Today, Max and Shaina are going to give us a tour of their school bus camper creation that they live and work in full time. So join us.
Hi, thanks so much for having us. Today we would love to give you a tour of our school bus conversion. It's a 5-window bus, a Chevrolet, and we live in it full time and we work. So we would love to show you around. So when we bought this bus, it was actually a retired school bus. So it was yellow with a black roof, and it took a lot of sanding and prep to be able to get it to where it is now. We used Rust-Oleum paint. We kind of didn't have that many options for paint because there's only like 10 colors for Rust-Oleum. So we kind of went with what we thought would be the most pleasing and kind of match with the interior.
So at the top we painted the roof white, very bright, so we can reflect the heat, and also we have built a roof deck. As you can see, the structure is made out of steel tubes, and the deck is about 7 feet by 8 feet. We really use it to meditate in the morning, and it's like our little temple up there. And also we have 2 outdoor lights that you can turn on from the inside. Here's our connection for the water that goes to a 65-gallon water tank, which is under the bed. Now we have our grill where we store our bikes and any other like outdoor tool. Then here it's our garage where we try to maximize the storage inside. And also we wanted to have access from the inside, and you will later see the drawer that we have built. Here on the right, next to the water tank, we have the pump, the accumulator, and also the valves to shut the water in case of emergency. Then on the other side, we have the electrical connection, 30 amp connection, and here is the electrical closet, I call it, with four AGM batteries, 200 amp, and also we have a battery charger and the switch, the control switch. We have 4 solar panels. Total, they are about 500 watt. Also, we kept one of the roof hatch so we can access the deck from the inside. We're connected to our quiet generator. When usually now in summer we need it for the AC, but most of the times we are completely off grid. And you can also hook it when you are on a camping with a connection, electrical connection. We can also make the connection directly. Now here this is the connection that we custom made for our air conditioner, and we decided to have an intake and outtake air conditioner system so it circulates the air. And also we opted for a dehumidifier, which is built in the air conditioners, since controlling the humidity inside the RV or bus is very important, and this really helps. So now let's head inside and Shaina will continue with the tour.
So welcome to our home. Before we head inside, I just want to show you our custom frame that we made for our door, and we have this lock system so that it's nice and secure when we're driving and also when we leave the bus. So we have a full kitchen here. We have an oven and a workspace. We have a sofa and a double bed in the back, and we also have a toilet and a shower. Now that you saw the basic layout, let me show you some of the details. So we have a few different storage components. Here's one of them. We kind of like store our plates and our glasses and stuff in here. We have this shelf kind of system here where we have our books and we put candles and accessories. So it's kind of convenient to have that. And here, as you can see, we have the air conditioning. We kind of made this custom little table for it. And under there is actually the seat where I go, the passenger seat, because I don't drive the bus much. But we kind of use it to put that on top. We have wood on the ceiling. We painted this ourselves and made the custom lights that you can see up there. We also have the hatch that goes up to the roof where you can access to the deck. So here we have a sofa that actually converts into a dinette. We have our little seat table here that we use as a base. This becomes removable, and we have the top of the table as the base of the sofa. And then we have more storage under the sofa where we put more pantry items, and I also store some of the soaps that I make to ship out when we're on the road. So above the sofa here, you can see the insect screens that we custom made. We made 4 of these so that we kind of, you know, switch them around depending on like if we're in the back or in the front, and those like have worked out really, really well for us. We turn on the extraction on the fan, and like it kind of helps with, you know, a nice breeze. So I also use this as my workstation. I sit with my laptop on this little table, or when we convert into a dinette, it's even more comfortable, and I can have books and my computer and stuff, and a little printer that I have to for shipping labels. And Max is going to show you his workstation now.
This is my workstation. We decided to have a dedicated space for working, so we don't like take away the dynamics of the everyday activities like cooking or anything. So that's why it was very important to have like a dedicated space. So our background is design and architecture, and we had emphasis on trying to keep the exterior walls of the bus as existing, and at the same time trying to bring the materials to feel more like you are in a house, in a traditional house. So we try to blend the two ideas. So for example, you see the continuations of the existing windows, and then how it's next to the counter. And when you are seated, also you always connected to the outside, like from the back, the sides, the front. And then we try to maximize the storage. This is one of the drawers. We have the 2 pantries here, which there is a lot of space for storage. This is the other one. So underneath the desk is where the dog sleeps, and also we have all the electrical panels here for easy access. And now Shaina is gonna talk about the kitchen.
Okay. So the kitchen is very important to me because I love to cook. So we decided to go with like a full oven. So we have an oven where I bake bread very often, and the stove top, which is very convenient. And I love how this closes, and then it's kind of clean, like you don't have like the mess visually. And I needed some counter space as well, so like that's why we decided to do like this whole workspace. We have a Dometic fridge which also has a freezer. It's small, but it's very convenient. Some more storage where we have the trash and a bunch of other stuff, and more storage. All our cooking supplies and stuff go under the oven, and we wanted to use a material that would feel warm and kind of connected to the outdoors, so that's why we went with the wood, and we kind of left it natural and didn't paint it because of that. So I think it kind of makes the space really warm. For the flooring, we decided to go with an LVT, luxury vinyl tile. And this is a commercial grade tile, and it's been working out good for us. And we have storage under the sofa as well, more pantry stuff, and we have the heating. We have a diesel heater, which is in here, and the heat comes out from this. So now that you've seen our living space, let me show you where we sleep. So back here we have a full bed, and we have a lot of storage, which I'll show you. This is a big question we always get: where do you put all your clothes? So we have these little compartments here where we store clothes, and these very deep ones here. So this one's mine, and this is Max's, and it's actually enough for us. We kind of had to downsize a little bit with how much clothes we had, but it worked out. It's very important to have some ventilation, so we kind of did this slatted design here so that it doesn't get moldy under the bed. And we have a really large storage compartment here where we store all kinds of stuff, dog food and our screens and shoes and a little bit of everything. So up here we have a fantastic fan, and it pushes air in and out, and we use it all the time. We have it like during the summer and the spring, we have it on like all day. And here we have our little bathroom. So we have a compost toilet, and we also have a shower, and we're still kind of working on finishing this component. It's been working out for us. So if you look up, we have another little fan here, which also serves as a light, and then we have a drain under this wood slat, which empties out into a 40-gallon tank.
Thank you very much for taking the time today to give us a tour of your awesome creation. I really love the aesthetics of your home and also the function. You got everything that you could possibly need in here. Shower, toilet, bed, awesome living room, workspace, and you got a full kitchen with a gas oven and 3-burner cooktop. I think you checked off all the boxes. Can you tell us a little bit about budget? When you first got into this, what you budgeted for, what it wound up costing?
So definitely we went over budget. So our initial budget was 15,000, and we ended up spending about a little more than 20,000.
And how long did the build take from start to end? Well, it's never done, right?
It's
because
never
there's always
done.
things that happen.
Yeah, we still have some things to do, but it took us around, I would say, a year and
more than
a year and a half, but only working on the weekends. So it's not like full time, a year and a half.
Yeah, you both are professionals. You both have full-time jobs. You can both work from the road. I guess that's what inspired you to get into this lifestyle from the beginning, and you've been doing it for quite a while. Can you tell us a little bit about when you first jumped into this? What were some of the challenges that came up, and maybe some feedback for people that are looking to do this, some things to maybe look out for, some lessons learned?
Yes, definitely a lot of lessons learned. So I believe the initial inspiration was looking for freedom, mainly financial freedom, and exploring alternatives. And this was one. And at the beginning was difficult to get used to living in a small space, especially when you work, because you spend a lot of hours inside. So you have to take pay a lot of attention on the design, on the interior, if you are planning on living and working inside, because you could go crazy like spending a lot of hours inside.
Right, I just feel like, you know, a lot of people use RVs and stuff just for, you know, vacation or, you know, traveling, but we're also kind of living in here, so it was important to us that it felt like a home as well. And we are very connected, like, to nature, and we feel like we have a lifestyle that where we're more in contact with nature this way. And yeah, I don't know anything else you want to add.
How was the first winter in New Jersey in a school bus conversion?
It was, yeah, I mean, the winter was kind of tough. I mean, especially because when the weather's nice, like you can spend time inside and outside, but in the winter it's like you're in here like the whole time basically. Even though we did make an effort, like we still go on walks or hike or whatever, even if it's really cold out, but it's not the same. So I think we just felt kind of like you're inside the whole time. So I think it just, you have to kind of make the space work for you, or else, yeah, how you were saying, you kind of go crazy in such a small.
Right, because one of the advantage of living in a van or a bus is that, yes, you are more connected with the outside. Since you're living in a small space, so you try to spend most of the time outside, and you see the bus just as a shelter, the way it's supposed to be, and then the rest of your activities you can do it outside. But during winter, you spend,
It's a little harder.
Yeah, you spend a lot of hours here, and that gets harder.
And you mostly stay at state parks, and because you don't really need, you're fully self-contained. I guess you could use the bathroom and showers that the facility has.
Yeah.
But some of those are seasonal.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, we do use the showers and the bathrooms here at the state parks. Sometimes we spend time at family members' homes as well, upstate New York and even more down south. So
on the
we kind of
driveways.
like rotate, yeah, where we are all the time.
One last question I have, because I hear it from a lot of people that work from the road in their RVs. You're working. A lot of the people at the campground are on vacation. They must not understand that you're just in here all day,
Right.
not socializing and not outside doing activities. Is that a little difficult if you're in an environment where everybody else is on vacation camping and you're trying to work?
I don't find it difficult, but I always wonder what will they be thinking of us.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
What are those people doing in
Those
there? They
creeps.
don't want to
Right,
come
right.
out.
Yeah.
You know, we get a lot of people that walk up to us because they're just so curious, and they're like, "Oh my God, like we want to see inside." And then we get to talking, and a lot of people, yeah, ask us, "How do you work in the bus?" And yeah,
Yeah, we get to talk to a lot of
We do.
strangers.
Yeah, I
You
was
kinda
one of
surprised.
them about, what,
Yeah.
4 or 5 months ago when I
You were one
first
of
yeah,
bumped
no,
into
yeah,
you
we
guys.
do attract a lot of people that kind of just walk by, and they're just very curious. I think a lot of people kind of see this kind of thing on TV, and then when they kind of encounter it, they're curious to see.
But I think I enjoy being around people that are in vacation mode. Like you feel that positive energy completely.
And I'll make sure I link to your business. You have a business that you are able to do from here and ship out all over the country?
Yes, I don't produce in the bus, but yeah, I do have like my stock. I have like a stock in the bus that I replenish and I ship out, in the USA.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you very much for taking the time. This is Patrick in New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.